What's up, YouTube? It's Joel. We've got your 4 stimulus check update, the infrastructure, and some more updates pertaining to all these stimulus packages. The House just passed a $715 billion proposal. We have new stimulus checks that are being sent out right now in the amount of $1,000 and $600 checks to Americans. And also, we've got Bernie Sanders, who is pushing the new budget reconciliation package full force and making some huge comments and statements about the $6 trillion stimulus packages with, yes, the 4 stimulus check for all. And now Pelosi has come out and stated her position concerning the bipartisan deal and the reconciliation bill, which is putting the Democrats into a one-way road leading to a huge stimulus package. And the Biden administration is actively working on getting more support for student loan borrowers and getting some student loan cancellations done. This is your stimulus and economic news update, and I hope you're having a great day. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that is subbed to the channel. It means so much to me, but we're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers, and once we do, I'm going to give away another $500 to someone on this channel. And it's super easy to qualify. All you have to do is these 3 things. Number 1, like this video. Number 2, subscribe to the channel. And number 3, comment on this video down below on one of the topics that we talk about. We're so excited about where the channel is going and everybody that's a part of the journey, but please, if anyone asks you to text them or to contact them on WhatsApp, it's fake, so please don't do it. They're just scammers trying to steal money. So Nancy Pelosi is moving right along big time on getting things done in terms of Biden's plan of all these huge $1 trillion stimulus packages, and she's getting a lot done. The House just passed a $715 billion proposal to fund the transportation and water projects that's meant to shape parts of the broader infrastructure package, which is a top priority on President Biden's list, which is what we have been talking about with the bipartisan bill and the reconciliation bill. Now, the lawmakers passed the legislation with the Democrat majority in a 221 to 201 vote, with just 2 Republicans voting for the package. And Democrats have called this a monumental shift toward more sustainable infrastructure projects, and Republicans are warning that it would cost jobs and skyrocket the federal debt. And then we've got Biden, who is fighting to keep the GOP senators on board with a bipartisan infrastructure framework while assuring that progressives that a larger Democrat-only package, talking about the reconciliation package, is expected to include elements of his economic agenda like subsidized higher education, paid family leave, and that is still on the way. But the Democrats are hoping to use the legislation passed to make it easier to include some of the priorities in the bipartisan package as well as the reconciliation package that's still being negotiated now. This comes all the way back to Nancy Pelosi, who said that she stands by her assertion that the House won't take up a bipartisan infrastructure deal until the Senate passes a more sweeping package through budget reconciliation. She also made a statement that is saying that she is going to stand by what she said in terms of her position that the House won't vote on the bipartisan bill or the reconciliation package until the Senate moves first. She also added that our caucus is very, very pleased with the bipartisan agreement that the president was able to achieve working with the Democrats and Republicans in the Senate. But what I said last week, and I'm reiterating now, is that in the House of Representatives, that particular version, as it is something that we would take up once we see what the budget parameters of the budget bill, the budget reconciliation bill, gets passed in the Senate. So this is huge because it leads us closer to more stimulus being passed and getting more help to where it is needed the most to Americans. And this leads us all to the very guy who's running at the forefront of getting this reconciliation passed, and that's Bernie Sanders. And he said one of the things that has been bothered me in the last month or so is this a lot of talk about numbers. 6 trillion, big number. A lot of talk about process. You know what there's not a lot of talk about? about the needs of working class Americans and what we have got to do to take care of them. In the richest country on earth, you got the elderly people who have no teeth in their mouth because Medicare doesn't cover dental. We don't cover hearing aids. We don't cover eyeglasses. We've got to do that. We've got to have universal pre-K. We've got to have a major housing bill. We got to make higher education affordable. And he left off saying, let me tell you what I think most economists would agree with, and that is at a time when we have record-breaking low interest rates, now is precisely the time to borrow and invest in one-time infrastructure projects. This is all talking about this huge $6 trillion infrastructure American Families package that he is drafting that's going to include from everything from education to child care to help for redoing roads, to help for rebuilding schools, to climate change, to helping out with higher education, to a forced stimulus check, which he has mentioned. So Bernie Sanders is running point on this reconciliation bill, and this is where he's about to spend as much as possible to get things done. And in his position, he can make it happen in the Senate with Chuck Schumer, who's leading it. A lot of people are wondering about, is there going to be a forced stimulus check? And we have heard straight from Bernie Sanders that he wants to bring direct help to Americans. And with the reconciliation bill, he can. He's been one of the biggest proponents in pushing for a forced stimulus check to be sent to Americans. And now he is poised to make that happen. And what he's been talking about, what others have been saying of the top Democrats, is $2,000 for adults and $1,000 for children. These would be one-time payments. But we've also got so much push behind so much other stuff that they want to get done in terms of these stimulus packages. And this is where we come into helping out Americans where they need it the most, with child tax credits that are extended, sending out monthly stimulus payments to parents to make sure that they can get their kids taken care of, expanding Medicare, expanding Social Security. So there is so much that they want to get done. Let me know what you think about all this spending down in the comment section. But we've also got other additional stimulus checks that are actually being sent out right now to Americans. One is actually coming from Florida. Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law a new budget that includes money for, yes, $1,000 direct stimulus payments to first responders and teachers. And with that, we've got state lawmakers in California who announced a budget deal that would allocate $8.1 billion for stimulus payments of $500 or $600, plus an additional $500 for households with children for eligible residents. So these stimulus checks are actually being sent out right now, and people will be receiving them in the next week. And the good thing is that the Treasury Department released rules that allow state and local governments to use their portion of the huge $350 billion that came from the American Rescue Plan, all that money for direct assistance to individuals who have been economically harmed by the pandemic. So each state got billions and billions of dollars, and now some of them are sending out stimulus checks to individuals to help them out right now and get them some immediate relief. So definitely help coming to Americans right now. We will see what other states jump in, what other states jump into, and get some more direct help to people through these stimulus checks. And then we got more good news when it comes to student loan forgiveness. The Biden administration is working out how to ensure that borrowers are supported when the federal student loan repayments actually start back in September. So right now, Democrats are pushing for Biden to extend the pause in these payments, and also for Biden to unilaterally act to cancel up to $50,000 in debt per borrower. We have 64 lawmakers who have urged the president to take action before September 30th deadline and requested that the pause be extended until March 31st, 2022, or until the economy returns to its pre-crisis levels. And then you got Chuck Schumer, who's the leader of the Senate, and Elizabeth Warren, who are among the top lawmakers who have been pushing for Biden to cancel $50,000 in outstanding federal debt per borrower through executive order. And with Schumer this week, he vowed to keep pushing him till he does it. Talking about the president. He said, with Joe Biden in the White House and Democratic majorities in the House and the Senate, the time is now to take action. And the administration official said that the president supports Congress providing $10,000 in debt relief per borrower and continues to look into what debt relief actions can be taken administratively. So it's not a matter of if, but when we will see these student loan cancellations for federal student loans, because I can promise you this, when you've got the leader of the Senate and you got Bernie Sanders, who both believe in just, they're wanting to give everybody free higher education, and they both want to cancel some student loan debt up to $50,000, we're going to see that in the reconciliation bill, that $6 trillion stimulus package. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments section of what you think, or do you support it, or what do you think should be done, or do you have student loans, and do you think it would really help you out in terms of just getting everything forgiven? But for those that are looking to start investing, for those that are looking to start winning with their finances, I've got 2 links down for you in the description. One is to Webull. You can get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850, and you can also sign up with Robinhood, because it's okay to go with both, and get 2 free stocks with them worth up to $500. But this is free money. It can get you started on building wealth. Those links are down in the description. You have any questions? Because a lot of people don't know about investing. If they download these apps, they're like, well, what do I do? What do I invest in? I personally invest in the S&P 500. It's a huge index that's got 500 amazing companies that have been doing so well. Over the past decade, they've averaged an annual return of almost 14%, which is amazing when it comes to investing. And I've made quite a bit of money, and I would like you to do the same, and you can reach financial freedom and start winning with your finances. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments section, and I'll answer them there. But don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all stimulus and economic news that affects you, and learn how to build some wealth. This is Joel True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.